I'm TarotOracle, and it's more court card stuff. Well, we're doing reversals. You got to do reversals. You have to understand reversals. So, yeah, everything's upside down. Let's do the pages and reversed and see what we sort of get. By the way, if you're on Patreon, coming probably early June, we're going to have cheat sheets, little printable flashcards and stuff that you can print and hang out with, and cuddle with and stuff. So it includes the home cards. It includes the both reversals and upright meanings. It includes, dry, wet, hot, cold, a basic description, things like that coming soon. Anyway, but today we're talking about pages, the upside down pages. They're undependable. Now remember that pages bring stuff. Pages bring messages. They bring news. They bring news. They bring messages. And the messages could affect the next card or could affect nearby cards. Sort of almost like a virus or something, right? They could say it's undependable. It's not dependable. A page that's reversed is not that dependable, especially when you look at some of the dependable ones, like, let's say, the pentacles. Impractical as well. Let's do something that's going to fail. That would be a fantastic idea. That idea that nobody wanted to do, the idea that everybody thought was impossible, let's try it anyway. We can't follow up either. I mean, we started a new business. We got some orders. We're 3 weeks late and shipping it for no reason. It's difficult to follow up sometimes. It's difficult to make those promises. It's difficult to get stuff done, right? Sometimes it's just difficult to get stuff done, especially if you're the Page of Wands. You could bring bad news. Now, again, the page next to another card could bring bad news about that. So if we have a business, we could bring bad news. If we have another court card near us, we could bring bad news about that court card. So let's say we got a queen next to us. We could bring bad news about that queen. Maybe the boss is quite the a-hole. Maybe the new boss is not going to work out well. Maybe that new coworker shouldn't be trusted. Maybe that person that says they're not cheating, maybe they've been looking around. You don't know. Another thing about the Page of Wands, when they're reversed, it's difficult to decide. Normally this page is excited, is going forward, is moving forward. They may be the newbie on the block. This could be the new person on the block. They're bringing the messages, they're bringing the news, but it could be bad news, but we can't really decide at this point. We're sort of stalled. We have worry as well, even when there's really nothing to worry about. We're not stable. We've got a couple of bad things sort of running around here. So instability, clouds of worry. It's difficult to decide sometimes, and it's difficult to follow up as well. So if we're starting a business, for example, we have the Page of Wands. We got the 5 next to it. The 5 is not a good card. It's a gloomy, dreary card, and it could sort of be affecting this, right? We're bringing something. The Page of Wands is bringing something along, is talking about something. It could be talking about this emotional dissatisfaction with the business. With the 4 of Cups, the Lord of Blended Pleasure, we could have some difficulty as well. 4 of Pentacles, we have a couple of 4s, pretty stable numbers, but when we're bringing this, it's hard to get it started. It's difficult to get it started. We're having the worry. We're having the doubts. Will this fail? Will this be a mountain of debt? And the details are a bit foggy as well. I'd like to get started. I want all these details to work out, but sometimes we're just having difficulty with this. Now, moving into the Page of Wands reversed with could be, again, bringing bad news. So even if you have, let's say, the Lovers next to the Page of Wands, we could be looking at some difficulty with that relationship. We could be bringing some news. We could be undecided as well. So we want a relationship. We want to be happy. But even though we have the Lovers right next to us, we have the Lovers right here. Right here is the Lovers that should bring about maybe something good. But the Page of Wands is bringing about messages about the Lovers, and it could not be good news. It could be some difficult situations. Obviously, a Page of Wands with a heartbreak card next to it or something is not boding well for the relationship. it's just not very positive about that. So a lot of times when we worry, we'll spend too much time worrying. It's natural to worry about stuff, but at some point, you got to hit the ground running. You have to put your feet on the ground and move forward. And if we're spending too much time worrying, if we're concerned about things we shouldn't be concerned about, could be looking at a page of wands, sort of being that. And as well, we're talking about expecting bad news. I mean, to where you go in with that negativity or you go in with that cloud of doubt as well. So the Page of Cups, speaking of doubt, now normally, Page of Cups is kind of a challenged card. Reversed, we could be looking at some of those challenges getting fixed, right? So, I mean, the Page of Cups is a bit of an introvert. It doesn't like change. Sometimes we could be looking at a bit, maybe the bit more on the extrovert side, maybe a bit more tolerant to change. But we're also bringing in gullibility. The Page of Cups is a emotionally gullible card, and reversed is emotionally gullible card. And so when we're coming into a situation to where the relationship is obviously flawed, we have problems with it. Everybody knows we have problems with it. Page of Cups reverse could be completely oblivious to that. Everybody tells you the relationship is crap. Why are you dating that person? You're going to have problems. Page of Cups is like, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. And it's also about fluctuating emotions. So you have that emotional vulnerability, but the emotional roller coaster as well. So emotions gone wrong. The roller coaster is in full swing. We're up, we're down. This also points to, Page of Cups reverse, in my opinion, an on and off relationship to where you get spicy, it gets heated, you break up, and then you come back, and then you break up, and then you come back. In my opinion, that's sort of an on and off relationship key here. But a lot of times the Page of Cups will wear their emotions on their sleeve. So, again, we're scared of change. We're hesitant for change. We have a lack of creativity as well. Sometimes we're just trying to get creative. We're doing art. We're doing this new business to where we're making these trinkets and things for people to buy. But we're just not creative. We've lost the edge. We've lost that magic edge. And that happens too at work, right? We have some things at work. We're excited. We're hyped about it. But then we're just not sure how to implement this stuff. We have all these ideas. We're not sure how to implement this stuff. It's like this big indecision that we have sort of around that. Now, how's the date going to go? Let's say the Page of Cups being that worry, being that indecisiveness, sort of that stalled, when it's next to, let's say, a Two of Pentacles with all of these decisions, and that's the Balance card, decisions card. We need to make a decision about things. We're sort of juggling priorities. We're going to get stuck in that card because it's so indecisive. It's so indecisive. I do want to go out with you again, but I'm just going out with you because it's, it seems like the thing to do. But a lot of that passion, a lot of that stuff is just sort of lost here. As well as we have the defensive blinded card of the Two of Swords next to us as well. To a point that maybe I'm not really sure how it's going to go. I'm blinded to the details. You're a great person, but I'm just not prepared for some of this stuff. As far as the date is concerned, it looks just stalled. And that's the feeling you have with the reverse pages, is the stalled feeling. The car is not going anywhere. We're going to have to push it off to the side of the road, and all the drama ensues. As far as business is, speaking of drama, how's the business going to be going? Page of Cups is sort of bringing in this tower feel. Again, we have big changes coming. Is it because the Page of Cups is undecided? Is it because the Page of Cups is having difficulty, the worry? We're not really getting a lot of things done. As well, we have the emotional instability. Could be. As well as causing conflict as well. Is sort of a natural progression as far as that goes. Now, a lot of people ask about he be cheating. And he be cheating. I would say the Page of Cups is a pretty good indicator here when it's reversed. So we're looking obviously for other cards that would substantiate this. So if we have the Page of Cups reversed next to the Lovers, again, we're bringing messages of instability to the Lovers, which obviously is not good. So we have an existing Lovers. We have an existing relationship. We're having some difficulty getting that rebooted. We're having some difficulty getting that restarted as far as that's concerned. Now, if you go here to the bottom of he be cheating, if you look at movement cards, we could be on the way out. We could be on the way out here. The Page of Cups reversed next to, let's say, the Six of Swords. That's the card of better tomorrow. The Six of Swords is a better tomorrow. In other words, we're leaving, we're moving. It's a movement card, duh. But it's also moving from a place of bad to good. We're moving into a better situation. And that could be, as far as cheating goes, where the other partner's headed, right? The Seven of Swords, also a stealing card, a theft card. We're heisting things and leaving with it. And that seven is going to point us in that direction as well. The Knight of Swords, the big movement card. If we're moving without a plan, the Knight of Swords is our man. So the Knight of Swords also could be somebody exiting the relationship, leaving, getting out. So if you're looking for exit of a relationship, the Page of Cups followed by a bunch of movement cards, or a movement card, is going to be pretty bad. Also over here on the right, the Page of Cups reversed next to some sad cards. The Nightmare Nine of Swords, the emotionally distraught Five of Cups. Again, obviously, we have those indicators there. All right, so when we're looking for the swords, the Page of Swords, you know when you throw a sword in these court cards, you don't know what you're going to get. Queen, we're getting Cruella de Vil. King, we're getting this military dictator that's gone bad. The Page of Swords, we got the spy. Page of Swords reversed, we have the spy sort of gone wrong, right? Normally this guy or girl is the spy. They can adapt to anything. They have all the elements. They're hot, they're cold, they're dry, they're cool. It's this combination of elements that gives us that chameleon aspect. But when we're reversed, it's hard to adapt to new situations. We got a new job. It's going to be difficult to adapt to that. Winging it, normally our style. Page of Swords reversed, we're going to have trouble. We're going to have trouble winging it. We're going to have trouble getting that situation, worked out and stuff. We're also not very alert, kind of slow verbally. We're having challenges here and there. This is not our forte. Let's face it. This is not our forte. Just not alert, not good at winging it, that chameleon gone wrong. Sometimes if we have a big upset, we have a tower moment where things are turned upside down, things are shaken. We have the earthquake. We got the earthquake. Page of Swords reversed may make it worse. You know what I'm saying? When you're at work, for example, you have this big project, it's about to explode, dramas everywhere. A panicked Page of Swords reversed could make the situation even worse than it is. We need level heads. We need adaptability during this crisis. The Page of Swords reversed may not bring us that. I'm just saying, it may not bring us that. It's also the card of the unexpected. In other words, we could have situations to where we're like, what in the God's name is going on here? What? This is completely unexpected. I had no idea this was even around. So one of the other definitions I read in a couple of books was this was the card of disease and weakness. So obviously, by itself, don't come to this conclusion. You need some supporting cards, but I'm just pointing it out here. Sometimes the dog could be sick. Sometimes it could be disease, illness, weakness. Again, you need some other cards to support it. You do. We need some other cards to help us out here if we're going to come to this conclusion. But just want to tell you a couple of books talk about that. All right, the Page of Pentacles, the earthy earth. The earthy of earth, the rock stability. Normally, Dwayne Johnson, the Rock. Normally, Dwayne Johnson, the Rock. But Dwayne's upside down today. Could be undependable. Man. Page of Pentacles is pretty dependable. I'm just telling you now. That's the earthy of earth. That's very dependable. But we have cracks in the foundation here. We could be looking at panic. Again, oh God. Again, that big project, that big business, all the planning we have could go to waste with the Page of Pentacles reversed. Could be looking at panic when something goes wrong. You know, you ever been in a restaurant and like something goes horribly wrong in the kitchen? You hear a bunch of people yelling back there. It's probably a Page of Pentacles reversed back there. I mean, I'm just saying, the Page of Pentacles reversed back there just yelling. It's a terrible worker. It's somebody that's not only undependable, but I mean, it's somebody you really can't give any big tasks to. They're not going to follow up if this page reversed. Obviously, we can flip over and be right side up and fix this. But it's also looking at temporary. And we're going to see this is the card of temporary work or gig work. In other words, I got a band or I'm a magician and I'm going to a gig. And I'm going to make some money and come back, and I'm waiting for another gig, you know, so I can go back out. So this is a bit of that work as well. So here we go with a part-time type thing. Again, this could be gig work. I play in a band. I'm waiting for our next gig at a bar or whatever. I'm a contractor and I only work part-time. Or if you're looking at contracting to hire, this could be the contracting part. The Page of Pentacles reversed. Now we're looking up here again at the Three of Pentacles. Now that's the new work. That's the birth of stability. It's also showing off our work as well. You know, a bit of that Leo feel. But this is about the birth of some work, followed by the Page of Pentacles reverse is very much looking at part-time. Is very much looking possibly at gigs or at contract to hire or something. Again, any work-related card near a Page of Pentacles, you're getting that temporary part-time job feel. Gone here on the lower right, the Page of Pentacles reversed next to the 9, next to the injured, next to the... That sort of means that we have part-time jobs. It's not going to be satisfying. It's not going to be fulfilling, but we're going to continue on. We're going to continue on. That's all about the Nine of Wands, is about hanging on, surviving, and continuing on. So if you're looking at contract to hire, somebody wants to know, will I be hired? Nine of Wands is pretty good. I mean, you're surviving, you're staying, you're able to get that and keep working. So obviously an 8 of Pentacles after that as well would be great. Okay. This is the card, according to a couple of books. It talks about thievery and theft as well. So if somebody asks about missing items, if we're looking at, you know, somebody watching me or something like that, you never know what you're going to get for tarot questions. This is the card that a couple of books talk about thievery. So the Page of Pentacles reversed next to, obviously, a thief card, the Seven of Swords, the Devil. I mean, we all know these freaking thief cards. We all know these thief cards. So we're looking at possibly some thievery. So if somebody has missing items in their house, they want to know what happened to them. You get this combination here. You could be looking at a thief or somebody heisting this or somebody taking it and exiting with it. Anyway, yo, look, my Patreon. By the way, did you know I have a Patreon? 45 members. Thank you all for hanging out with me. What's on there, you ask? Well, I have my book, the Echoes of Nature book. We have the Tarot Oracles book. I have a new book coming out about card combinations with my new deck. Got all the handouts for all of this stuff. We got the Fluffy Virgo Lenormand on the site. You can download this and print it yourself. Tons and tons of handouts. Not only that, but I have a class. I mean, a full 15-hour class about how to draw. So if you want to know how to draw, you want to know how to make pets, realistic pets. I mean, like photorealistic pets. Post this on your city's Facebook and say, hey, I'll draw your pets. People will love you. People will want you to draw their fluffy dog, you know, their fluffy cat. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, this is a complete course. This is not like, here, watch me draw for 100 hours. No, 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 no. I got, like on screen up here, I got exactly what to do. You see, secrets to perfect eyes. Get the outline in, take a break, look back, fill in the pupil, step by step by step. You get to see with full instruction on how to do this. Anyway, that's on my Patreon. Come check it out. And thank you. Please hit like and subscribe if you like this series. we're do more reversals. Then we're going to take the pages. We're going to take the kings and queens out on dates. We're going to try to get it mismatched. We're going to do live readings. And my live show every night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Every night I do these court cards and I explain the court cards in live readings for real people. So come check me out there. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. I am TarotOracle, and we'll see you in the next video.